Just start the fucking episode already. Okay, guys, this first thing I'm going to be talking about is, of course, Jamie Foxx, Peter Dinklage, and Michael Fassbender in Talk of the Wild Bunch remake. In case for those who don't know what the Wild Bunch is, it's an old western. I don't know. But the film is going to be directed by The Patriot and... oh wait, not The Patriot, sorry. By Braveheart and Passion of the Christ director. Oh, and also Apocalypto, Mel Gibson, who is famous for his acting roles such as The Patriot, Braveheart, Lethal Weapon. Yeah, the Lethal Weapon saga. But he's also famous for the roles of Braveheart and Apocalypto. Passion of the Christ on the other hand, not so much. But here's what it says. Jamie Foxx, Peter Dinklage, and Michael Fassbender are in the talks to be part of Mel Gibson's remake of The Wild Bunch. An American and digital print magazine confirmed the same. Brian Bagby, who was early reported to co-write the script along with Mel, is also excited producing the film. The original film, directed by action and macho filmmaker Sam Peckinpah, was released in 1969. Starred William Holden and Ernest Borgnine. The Wild Bunch managed to receive 2 nominations for the Oscar under the Best Original Screenplay and Best Original Score categories. Gibson will be the next seen in the upcoming Rothschild, alongside Shia LaBeouf, with John S. Baird directing the film. Apart from this, Gibson will be directing the upcoming World War II Navy film, Destroyer. Gibson won an Oscar for director for the 1995 epic Braveheart, which was also notable for its violent scenes. His follow-ups, Passion of the Christ, Apocalypto, and Oscar-nominated Hacksaw Ridge, also been seen on his gritty. Yep, that's pretty much it. Well, for the topics, I'm gonna go to bed, and tomorrow I'm gonna do a full-on Game of Thrones, but unlike the other 5 where I consider a spoiler warning, this one, spoiler not allowed to be needed. I'm gonna give you the details. No warning for this one, but listen to your own risk. So just get into full detail. Okay, guys, I do want to talk to you about, for the final episode, Iron Throne, and yes, this is of course the last episode of the final season. Tyrion, after the destruction of that Daenerys had caused, Tyrion walks in the aftermath. It sees dead civilians, in King's Landing, and of course there is a burnt survivor who walked by, Davos and John follows him. And he said he's gonna go further. And John would recommend to send some men for him. But Tyrion wants to do this alone. And yes, he walked up to the fallen castle. Although Grey Worm plans the execution of the Lannister army, and say that they need to live, but Grey Worms only listen to the Queen. Only obeys Daenerys' commands. And Davos suggests speaking with the Queen. Then Tyrion goes inside the fallen foundation. And then he sees the crypt. Well, trapped, but he can go through. Yes, you see Jaime's golden hand. And then he says, it sees, of course, Jaime Lannister, who is dead. Then open it with the more bricks, and see Cersei's corpse. And she's also dead. But I know it's too soon, but the ding dong, the bitch is finally dead. Well, that's what I would say. But although I don't like the way how they killed her off. I mean, I was expecting her to be killed by Arya. But nope. And he mourned for the two. Then Jon goes up to confront Daenerys. And we see Arya going in. The and Daenerys made the speech. And she declared Grey Worm as the master of war. Though Tyrion arrives, and Arya sees her as well. But then she told her to commit treason to free Jaime. And then he just said, kill Jaime. Don't want to serve him. He don't want to serve her as her grace anymore. Sorry, it's her hand. And he threw away. The pin. So therefore Terry was taken to prison. Them and Arya also. He told Arya to wait. And she says always she will always be a threat to her. He sees Tyrion. And he reminds him of his crimes. Although Daenerys is planning to liberate everything else. And her destiny was to build a better world. yeah, Terry just tells John that he loved her, and that he loves her too. He's saying that love is more powerful than reason, and that John is right that it is a death of duty. And Terry just told him that duty is the death of love. Ask him who's more dangerous than her. And before he just walked out, he just told him that he has to choose now. And John out of frustration visits Drogo. And Drogo just let him pass to see Daenerys. And as she watches the Iron Throne and walks towards it, and her reaction is really, really priceless. When she walks towards the throne, it looked like if she's just had her sitting at the VIP table at Starbucks, because she did at Starbucks in episode 4. And then she touches the throne. And she sees Jon arriving. I was expected to be Daenerys. Daenerys, we had seen and had loved, gone she is, consumed by total madness. Then she convinced him that they don't get to choose, and he also wants him to be with her. And before that kiss, that scene kind of reminds me of Casablanca. That's what this scene reminds me of. It reminds me of Casablanca, the noir film starring Humphrey Bogart and Laurel Bacall and Lauren Carl. Or Bacall. Yeah, which is one of the most popular noir films and classics for being a romance. And wait, what? No! Why do beautiful women have to die? Why? And Jon Snow had stabbed her. And he mourned for her. And Drogon sees her brother trying to wake her up, but she is dead as a door now. But although, despite of what happened, Drogon, he is full of literal fire and fury. He burned the walls. I was like, oh boy, Jon. It's like, oh boy, Jon. You done messed up. You done messed up, John. And now you pay the price. And he is... and that's what I'm expecting, right? Well, unfortunately, that been subverted, and nope. That's subverted, and the Iron Throne had melted away. Oh. And no, guys, that did not sound me if I'm physically tired from work. This is me saying, this episode is called Iron Throne. This one, right? You maniac! You melted it away! Damn that dragon! God damn that dragon to hell! Well, I don't have the time to shout, but although I didn't have any copies, just wanted to do this review, which is really frustrating. That's really frustrating. And then, of course, a dragon left. But, and although, before he leaves, grabs his mother's corpse and flies away overseas. Right now, we can put this episode to bed. Wait, what? What? It's not over yet. The arms. Terry hears footsteps in his prison. A Grey Worm prepares for his execution. Sees Winterfell. I see the survivors. The ones who survived throughout the whole series. The characters who had survived the whole series. We see Yara Greyjoy. We see Podrick. We see Samwell the Wise. 2 men. Ser Davos. Brynn. Sansa Stark. Arya Stark. And Bran. Who, of course, are sitting there. Although the imp has to choose who's going to be the king and queen, since Jon Snow is sitting down, well, in his prison cell for murdering the queen. Although Davos begged for mercy, but deny! Sit down! The king and queen has been chosen, and Sansa made her uncle speak. Sansa just told him to sit. No, not like the Inuyasha sit boy. Not like a sit boy thing. Sit boy, you know. But here's Samwell speak. After he gets done speaking, some people laughed. It and it would be. But Tyrion has spoken, and he has chosen Bran. Oh, that's 13 eyes. Oh, well, not eyes as in the letter I or your eye for seeing, but I as in yes. And there's only one negative for Sansa. Say she don't want a war, she wants to be independent. It's official. Bran is officially King Bran of Vadalus and First Man. And therefore, henceforth, his name shall be Bran the Broken. Yes, and he is officially pardoned Tyrion. And Jon is now a prisoner, and of course, Tyrion has to go see him. Although he has been sentenced to death. Wait, not to death. What? Oh, shite. A shite. He's been sentenced to the Night Watch. And Jon don't expect to see to see him again, but Tyrion disagrees. As Jon is walking to the ships, I saw the ships, they come sailing in the morning. I said, oh, the baby Jesus on Christmas Day, Hey, it's this baby on Christmas Day. Ships sail in the morning. Well, just kidding. He's just walking into the ships to see Grey Worm, who is glaring at him, although he is informed that the men are ready to be boarded. Although before he's going back to Winterfell, he's saying his goodbyes. In that sense, I may be asking him for forgiveness, but he's glad that she's becoming independent. No? And then they hugged it goodbye. And Arya decides to go to the west of Westeros. And no, everyone, west of Westeros is not Westworld, which is another show. Well, I know some of you would never want to touch another HBO or watch another HBO show as long as you live. I will tell you this, I don't blame you. But next year, I gotta wait for Westworld to come in because I hope HBO don't butcher that one too. I hope HBO don't butcher that one too. Like this ending. But although pledge himself to the forces of man, a road to join the well, though we see Bryn, who is reading through the Legends of Westeros, or should I say the song, well, the book, it's not titled yet. She sees Jaime's name, and she writes, looses his hat, almost says looses his hand. Although, as she wrote down, pledged himself to the forces of men and rode north to join Winterfell. And then she wrote, of course, died protecting his queen. And then closes book. And Tyrion sees the seat, sits in before the purple wedding where Joffrey, thank God for that little bastard to be murdered. It was unfortunately been murdered. Organize. Cares. But here comes the people. Sir Davos. Bronn. Sir Brienne of Tarth. The other one. And Bran Stark and Podrick. Oh yeah, and Samwell. Oh yeah, the other one was Samwell. I remember now. And they gave him a book. And he asked what kind of book it is. And Samwell just told him it's the Song of Ice and Fire. Yep. And yep, that is really the name of the, that's really the name of the book. Because the book that I got, which was now a hit HBO show, but now it's a shit HBO show. Sorry, season 8. Although Terry did get mentioned. Yep. And Podrick, on the other hand, is of course, before he's taking Bran Stark, or King Bran the Broken, to somewhere. It's Tyrion and the rest say, may long he reign. Long may he reign. Long may he reign. Long may he reign. Long may he reign. And of course for me, long may he reign. As although with recursions, funding and although Jon goes back to where he had started and sees Tormund, the gates have shouted. The gates shows over, folks. Now I can tell you my wait. Shit! It's not over yet, folks. Let's start load the weapon. But then we got 3 different sceneries of Sansa, Arya, and Jon. in 3 different places. Everybody was bowing to Sansa, and she's declared Queen in the North. Now, I got nothing against it, but although that's just interesting. And watches Jon. Everybody watches Jon Snow. It makes 4th. Makes path. And after all these years in Game of Thrones history, even though this may be the bad scene, but this is by far the best part. Everyone, this is officially the best part. Jon Snow has finally petted Ghost. Hallelujah. Arya set sail for the west of Westeros. So Jon leaves with Tormund on his horse, and the ghost is following him. And wildlings have followed them as well. But although the gates have shut it, but now it's finally the end of the episode. Oh my fucking shiting happy God. Now, I don't know how to feel for that episode. But although interesting, the music plays a theme with the choir. Okay, guys, before I end this episode, I will give you my thoughts on Season 8. Alright. Now, after this segment's over, right about now. Okay, yes, I'll give you my thoughts. Season 8. I think it's a bad season. I'm not even kidding. It is just a bad season. I mean, it started with 3 good episodes, and it ended with 3 bad episodes. Now, 3 good, that's Seattle. And when I do 3 bad episodes, like Miedo, like Pentagon Jr. of Lucha Libre. But other than that, this season is just bad. 3 bad episodes. Even the one that was really traumatizing. And I consider The Bells to be the worst episode ever. Why? Because that one had traumatized me. And yes, it has broken me. So, therefore, I give it a 5 out of 10. Or in other words, a 2.5 out of 5. And, yes. Of course. And of course, we are getting a piano on the way. although I will admit, of course, I am going to, but my favorite was the second episode. Well, despite that controversy of, the sex scene with, Arya Stark and Gendry, my favorites were Knight of Seven Kingdoms. That's where Brain gets knighted, and without being the king. So therefore, yeah, like I say, it's just a bad season. And do I recommend buying this? No. And do I recommend this to be rewatched? Fuck no! Sorry, everyone. Sorry, it's just this episode. But I don't know how to feel about the final episode, but although... And therefore, this season has officially broken me. It just... Whoop! It's time to end the episode! Okay, guys. That's going to be about it for the episode of Monday Thrones. This is going to be about it for Monday Thrones. For now. Now, do I have any interest of watching the prequel series? Well, if David Benioff and D.B. Weiss are not involved with it, sure. George R.R. Martin's involved with it. I can't see why not. There's always a possibility. Now, do I have any faith after this season finale? Yeah, on one hand, of course. Nah, I don't. But on the other hand, before the bad season, so I just want to take a good look at remembering the good over the bad elements. Just, and I'll remember the 7 seasons. But the 8th one I'll probably forget. And yes, I'll grab my sword and my dagger and... Of course, and... Wait, what's falling out? Oh, it's a fucking shot at piano! Wait. What? Nothing.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.